गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा कुर्वे सेवाञ्च कायेन वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम् यो नरः संस्कृतव्योम्नि ह्यालयं रमते मुदा संस्कृतिं चैव संस्कारं विन्दते नात्र संशयः। Ram Ram Ram. Welcome to the first class of Experience the Poetic Beauty of Shyamaladandakam. This course is handled by Smt.Vishnupriya Srinivasan. She is a very popular teacher of Vyoma. She has completed 4 courses successfully, which includes Subramanya Bhujangam, Niti Shatakam of Bhartrahari, Panchatantra, and also Mahishasura Mardini Stotram meaning. Now she is going to take Shyamaladandakam meaning course, which is a beautiful composition of Kalidasa, Mahakavi Kalidasa. So I hope you all enjoy her teaching. She has been done very amazingly all the courses. Welcome to first class Bhagini.
Thank you. Ram.
As you all know, you have all come logging into the Sanskrit from Home website, and you have joined this class through the dashboard. I iterate, the external link or Zoom link shall not be provided. You have to come through the portal, because there no need of any external link or any passcode remembering. So you can just come to the dashboard and just click on join now button. You can easily attend the classes. All the course materials and recordings shall be uploaded in the course content page. You can see it in a dashboard. And also the script of the same course, so same Shyamaladandakam has been uploaded in the content page. Kindly go through it. If you have any doubts, kindly email to us, sanskritfromhome@vyomalabs.in, or you can also directly write to the teacher, vishnupriya.vyoma@gmail.com. Dhanyavada. Thank you, Bhagini. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Bhagini, for the introduction. अस्मिन् वर्गे सर्वेषां हार्दिकं स्वागतं, नमस्काराः. Let us start with an invocation. वन्दे तं मदवारणेन्द्रवदनं मद्भागधेयाकृतिं शुण्डादण्डसुचालनेन जगतां मायान्तरायामयान् विद्राव्यप्रणतिप्रसन्नहृदयो यो नुक्त एव स्वयं रक्षत्यन्वहमात्मनोतिविरुद्धं वैद्येशपुत्राभिधम् मातर्मे मधुकैटभग्निमहिषप्राणापहारोद्यमे हेलालम्बितधूम्रलोचनवधे हे चण्डमुण्डार्दिनि निःशेषीकृतरक्तबीजदनुजे नित्ये निशुम्भापहे शुम्भध्वंसिनि नाशयाशु दुरितं दुर्गे नमस्तेऽम्बिके. Let us start this course by submitting our prayers at the feet of the Almighty for the successful completion of this course. So, I thank Vyoma for offering yet another opportunity to me to learn and teach. And this work, especially Shyamaladandakam, being the work of none other than the great Mahakavi Kalidasa. So I feel immensely blessed to have this opportunity to be able to teach and learn the Dandakam in the first place. So so this is an opportunity for me to both learn and teach. So I hope most of us are familiar with the story of how Kalidasa composed this Dandakam. And so we all know that he was not this great a poet by birth. So he was very dim-witted, and he got married to a famous princess, and then later she realized that he was not the scholar that others posed him to be. And then she went and she cried at the feet of the mother, and then he goes and he prays at the feet of mother and asks her to bless him with intelligence and wisdom, and or otherwise he says that he would sacrifice his life at her altar. And then she appears before him and blesses him with divine intelligence and wisdom. And Shyamaladandakam is the first work that comes from his heart in praise of in praise of the divine mother. And as an expression of his gratitude, he composes this Dandakam. That is how the legend goes. Of course, we have a diverse opinion among the scholars as to who, if Kalidasa was the one who really composed this, if it is the same Kalidasa who composed Meghaduta, Raghuvamsha, who also composed this. But let us not get into that, because that discussion leads us nowhere. But then we have a beautiful legend and we have a wonderful Dandaka, so for us to learn and understand. So before we get into the text, let us for some time take some time to understand what this Dandaka is about. So Dandaka is a type of chanda, a type of vritta, even though it reads like prose. So when one reads the Dandaka, it feels like prose. For example, Garuda Dandakam and Shyamala Dandaka are two famous Dandakas that are chanted regularly even today. I am not sure if there are other Dandakas that are popular and regularly chanted, but these two are quite famous. But when we hear them, we feel that it is a prose that is flowing through. For example, Jaya Garuda Suparna Darvi Karahara Deva Dhipahara Harin Divaukaspati Kshipta Dambholi Dhara Kina Kalpa Kalpantavatula Kalpodayanalpa Virayitodya Chamatkara Daityari Jaitra Dhvajaroha Nirdharitoutkarsha Sankarshanatman Garutman. So it goes on like that. Feels like prose. Then it is not prose. So there is a difference between a Gadya and a Dandaka. So what is that? That we will see and then get into the text as such. So for that, we need to know what a Gana is. So I'm not going to get into the details of Vritta Lakshana and what is the each Vritta, how it is formed and all that. I'm not going to go to that. But one basic unit we have to understand is Gana. So Akshara Trayasya Samuhaha Gana. So a group of 3 aksharas put together is called a Gana. Okay. And there are 8 types of Ganas: Ragana, Tagana, Bhagana, Jagana, okay, Magana, Nagana. And so there are 8 types of Ganas. And as far as Dandaka is concerned, we are concerned only about 2 Ganas, Nagana and Ragana. These are the only 2 Ganas that are found in a Dandaka. So what is a Lakshana of a Nagana? A Nagana contains 3 aksharas. Any Gana contains 3 aksharas. And in case of a Nagana, all the 3 of them have to be a Laghu akshara. Laghu akshara, they have to be a Laghu akshara. Laghu, Guru are again technical terms that come in Chandas Shastra. So Laghu and Guru. So for popularly, you can take it as Laghu is any short syllable can be taken as Laghu akshara. It's a swara, it's a Laghu. Similarly, a combination of a swara and a vyanjana. For example, ka is again a Laghu akshara. But Guru akshara, ka will be a Guru akshara. Ka will be a Guru akshara. Ka is a Laghu akshara. For now, this is enough. What else is a Guru? For example, a Laghu akshara is followed by a visarga or followed by an anuswara, like kam, kaha. It becomes a Guru even though it is a Laghu akshara. Okay, so kaha. So for example, we have Ramaha. So in Ramaha, there are 2 sounds and both of them are Guru. One is of course a long sound, so we can easily identify it to be a Guru akshara. But the next one is a shorter sound, right? Ma. It just has akara, makara, makara, akara. But then it is followed by a visarga and hence it becomes a Guru akshara. Similarly, a Laghu akshara, when followed by a samyukta akshara, is to be taken as a Guru akshara. For example, let us say Krishnaha. Krishnaha is there. And you have kr. Kr again is a short, syllable, right? Kr. Then you have shanaha. There is a group of two. It's a samyukta akshara where two consonants come together. Shakara and nakara come together, and because of that, this kr will be taken to be a guru akshara. These are some of the niyamas. Okay, so in that way, what we have to see is we have a nagana will have only 3 lagu aksharas. Karaka, for example, you take karaka. Okay? Ka is lagu, ra is lagu, again ka is lagu. Then what is a ragana? Ragana is where you have 3 aksharas, out of which the second akshara is a lagu akshara, but the first and the last one are guru. So here this symbol U is used to represent, it's a convention. So it's used to represent a short sound universally. In fact, even in the Greek and Latin poetry, this is how short sounds are marked. They are marked with this U. It's actually not a capital U. It's kind of a, it bends, and it is this type of a, it has a larger width. It is this, like a crescent moon. That is how it is drawn. But I did not have that symbol, so I just used the capital U. So this is used to mark a laghu akshara. So nagana has 3 laghus, and ragana has 1 guru, laghu followed by a guru again. Karaka, you can take karaka as an example of ragana. So karaka, karaka, ka, again a long sound. Okay. Now, so why do we need to know this for a dandaka? So a dandaka is basically a piece of poetic meter where the minimum number of aksharas in a pada. In a pada, a shloka is usually composed of 4 padas. So in one pada, the minimum number of aksharas has to be more than 26. Okay, so it has to be 27. Okay, so 27, more than 26 is the minimum number of aksharas that are required in a pada for a dandaka. That is the first lakshana. Okay, and then the second lakshana is that the first 2 ganas of the dandaka have to be a nagana, and then followed by raganas. As many raganas as you want, you can go. So the first 2 ganas alone have to be naganas, and then you can have as many raganas as you want. That is the basic definition of a dandaka. There are some questions. Okay, I will come to the questions later. I will take you through this once more, as most of you may not be familiar with this, but we don't have to get into too much of Chanda Shastra just to know what a dandaka is and to differentiate it from prose. That is why I am saying this. So dandaka is not a gadya. It has a specific, transition of sounds. It has to go on in a particular fashion. It cannot be like a gadya wherein there is no rhythmic pattern. Dandaka has a rhythmic pattern. And what is that rhythmic pattern? The basic pattern is that it has 2 naganas at the start and raganas continue. So what is a nagana? A nagana is a group of 3 aksharas where all the 3 are laghu aksharas. And ragana is a group of 3 aksharas where the middle akshara alone is a laghu akshara and the first and the last akshara are guru aksharas. So any type of composition where there are 2 naganas followed by as many raganas as possible is a dandaka. And there are many types of dandakas. For example, Vrittaratnakara. So it is a work that talks about different types of vrittas and their udaharanas by someone called Kedara Bhatta. Yeah. So he says in Vrittaratnakara, Yadiha Nayugalam Tata Saptarephas Tada Chandavrishti Prapato Bhave Dandakaha. So there is a type of dandaka called Chandavrishti Prapata. Okay, this is a name given to a dandaka. And what is the lakshana for that? There are 2 naganas. So that is standard. Followed by 7 raganas. Okay, 2 naganas followed by 7 raganas. So 7 raganas will make 7 into 3, 21 aksharas. Plus 2 naganas will give you 6 aksharas. So that is 27 aksharas, right? 27 aksharas. This is a basic type of dandaka, right? Chandavishnupriya bhavet dandakaha when there are 2 naganas followed by 7 raganas. Similarly, Praticharana Vivruddha Rephasyuhu Arna Arnava Vyala Jimuta Leelakara Uddama Shankhadaya. So there are n number of dandakas you can create like this. For example, Praticharana Vivruddha Rephaha. So Chandavishnupriya had 7 raganas. You can increase the raganas. You can say 7 plus 1, 8. So if you make it into 8 ragana, you get a new dandaka. You get a dandaka which can be called Arna. Arna is a type of dandaka. Then Arnava is another type of dandaka where you have 2 naganas followed by 9 raganas. Similarly, 10, 11, 12, 13 and it goes on. And there is no limit to this at all. Eshu Ekona Sahasrakshara Pariyanta Padaniyamaha Kavisampradaya Sammataha. In fact, it is agreed in the Kavisampradaya, in the Sanskrit prosody tradition, that this, there is no limit at all. These raganas can keep going on, and 999 is the limit on the number of aksharas you can have in one pada in a dandaka. So a dandaka can have a maximum of 999 aksharas. Ekona Sahasrakshara Pariyanta Padaniyamaha. Ekona Sahasra is 999. Akshara Pariyanta Padaniyamaha. So the limit on the number of aksharas in one charana is 999. That means what? It can have a maximum of 111 ganas. 111 ganas, because one gana has 3 aksharas. So 999 maximum aksharas means 111 ganas. Out of the 111, 2 have to be, the first 2 ganas have to be a nagana. They both have to be naganas. That otherwise you will not have dandaka lakshana. So the first 2 naganas, and then the rest of the 109 ganas can be raganas, and you can have 109 raganas. You can go as long as you want. Okay, so that is a lakshana. That is the lakshana of a dandaka. Now let us see how this lakshana fits in our own Shyamaladandaka and Garuda dandaka. Just for a quick example, see how does this go? Jaya Janani Sudha Samudranta Rudyanmani Dvipa Samrudha Bilvatavi Madhya Kalpadruma Kalpaka Damba Kantara Vasa Priye Krittivasa Priye Sarvaloka Priye. So there is a rhythmic pattern to it. A gadya does not have this pattern. This type of karaka, 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 same rhythm. This one does not find in a gadya. That is the fundamental difference between a dandaka and a gadya, although this can also be confused for a gadya. Right. So we saw that the first 2 ganas have to be naganas. That means all the aksharas of the first 6 aksharas have to be laghu aksharas, right? That is the constraint. So let us see. Ja, ya, ja, 3 aksharas. Na, ni, su, right? 6 aksharas, and all the 3 are short sounds. Jakara is a short sound, laghu akshara, ya, ja, na, ni, su, right? Then you will have all raganas. How? Dhasamu, right? Dhasamu. I'll just give a few examples and then we can. Dha, you can in fact take it as an exercise and see if you are able to map the naganas and raganas in the dandaka. Now, I mentioned that a ragana, what is the lakshana of a ragana? Ragana has a guru akshara, then a laghu akshara, then a guru akshara again. Guru, laghu, guru is the lakshana of a ragana. So we have to have guru, laghu, guru. Dha, long sound is guru. Sa is short, again, laghu. Then you have mu. Okay? Mu here is a short sound. So we will want to take it as a laghu akshara, right? But then I did mention one constraint. What was that? When a laghu akshara is followed by a samyukta akshara. Samyukta akshara is where 2 consonants come together. Dakara and Repha, both of them are together here. Dra. Dra is the next samyukta akshara. So this will be taken as guru, right? So Dhasamu is actually Guru, Laghu, Guru. So we have got a Ragana there. Then Drantaru. Okay. Drantaru is the next set. Now Dra, you have a long sound. Then Nta. Okay. Nta, it's a short sound. Ta. Ta is a short sound. So it's Laghu. Then Ru. Ru again is short. It is Laghu, but then it is again followed by a Samyuktakshara. So this will be taken as Guru. So Drantaru is again Ragana. Guru, Laghu, Guru. And then Dhyanmani. Dhyanmani. Dhyan. Again, you have Dhyan. Ma is again a short sound. Then Ni followed by a Samyuktakshara, it becomes Guru Akshara and so on. So we will see this in Garuda Dandaka as well. Garuda Makhila Veda Nidadhirudham Dushatpida Notkanthita Kuntha Vaikuntha Pithi Kritaskandhamide Swanida Gati Preeta Rudra Sukirtistana Bhoga. Goes on like that. I have just taken the first line, for example. In fact, it continues. You cannot, the ganas don't complete here. Garuda Makhila. If we see the first 6 aksharas, Garuda, Laghu, Laghu, Laghu. So Nagana. Makhila, Laghu, Laghu, Laghu. Again, Nagana. And then all these continue. Vedani, Guru, Laghu, Guru. Dadhiru, Guru, Laghu, Guru. Okay. And it goes on. Dham. Dham is again short one followed by Anuswara, right? So again it becomes Guru. Dham, Dvishat. Okay. So Guru, Laghu, Guru again. So it goes on. I hope this is clear. Just to differentiate Gadya and Dandaka. Now, so we are going to study the Shyamala Dandaka. So I thought I will give a small introduction about this deity, Shyamala. Who is this Shyamala? Now, Shyamala is another name for Matangi. Shyamala is another name for Matangi, and Matangi is one of the Dasha Maha Vidyas that the Tantras refer to. The Shakta Tantras refer to 10 great cosmic powers of the Divine Mother. Okay? And each of them is these Vidyas, Maha Vidyas, are actually ways. They are sadhana margas to realize the Divine Mother in a particular aspect, as Kali or Tara, as Tripura Sundari or Bhuvaneshwari, Tripura Bhairavi, Chinnamasta, Dhumavati, Bagalamukhi, Matangi, and Kamalatmika. So these are 10 different aspects of the Divine Mother, and Tantra prescribes specific sadhanas for each of these forms. Yeah. See, the ultimate absolute that is that the Vedas speak about or the Tantras speak about are transcendental. The absolute is transcendental, but these are the different facets of that absolute Divine Mother. Yeah, she manifests herself in certain forms. So there was one book that I referred to for referring about the Mahavidyas. It was a wonderful book written by one Shri Shankaranarayanan. I do not know, I don't remember the publishers, but it is available online. It is called, the title of the book is The 10 Great Cosmic Powers, and it has an introduction by MP Pandit. So probably it is kind of an Aurobindo Ashram publication, I'm not sure, but it is available for free download online, and it is a wonderful read. So, there, Sri Shankaranarayanan ji mentions a very nice metaphor to understand the Upasana of Mahavidyas. He says that the absolute Parashakti is like a river that is flowing. Okay. And these Mahavidyas, the Upasana of these Mahavidyas is like for somebody who wants to get in and experience the river and bathe in the river, there are ghats that are constructed, right? each ghat is different. So Kali, the upasana of Kali is one way to understand the same divine force that is flowing in the form of river, but in one particular ghat, in one particular aspect. Similarly, Tara, similarly, Tripura Sundari. So this is the analogy that he gives. So these are such aspects, and Matangi is one such aspect of the Divine Mother in the form of Vaikhari Vak. So when see, creation can be looked at from multiple perspectives, right? So for the creation to happen, the transcendental absolute Shakti has to let us say it has to have it has to assume certain so in that so we can say that a desire comes in the absolute, and through this desire the creation comes. Or one can say that there is a nada, a sound that first comes. Okay, in this absolute Parashakti, there is a vibration, there is a spanda, there is a nada that comes, and from that nada, this entire creation flows. And this nada, the Adi Spanda, Adya Spanda is represented by Tripura Bhairavi. And she, that is also represented by Paravak. So the word which is unexpressed, the unmanifest sound, that is Paravak. And then what happens to this Paravak is it gets ready for creation and it starts perceiving the creation. It gets ready to create. So that becomes Pashyanti Vak. That which sees is Pashyanti. So the Vak that is ready for creation, that is Pashyanti Vak, which is represented by Tara Mahavidya. And then Madhyama, and then Vaikhari. Vaikhari is the final expression. So Vaikhari is the final creation. Okay, so final expression of the sound is Vaikhari. And this Vaikhari is represented by Matangi. And Matangi is called Shyamala. Why is she called Shyamala? She is called Shyamala. She is dark hued. Okay, so we are going to see in the Dhyana shlokas where Kalidasa himself describes Devi as dark hued. He's going to say Mahendra Neeladyuti Komalangi Matanga Kanyam Manasasmarami. So she is dark hued. Why is the dark color associated with Matangi and Shyamala? It is because, see, the Paravak, which is beyond everything, which is beyond color, that manifests. When it manifests, it comes down to the realm of matter and it manifests. So, and in that process, it gets darkened. Okay, so that darkness associated with Shyamala is used to represent the fact that she represents the most grossest form of sound, which is the speech, which is our speech. Okay, so this is the grossest form of expression, but then beyond the speech is the Paravak. Paravak is the source of the speech, and the grossest outcome that we see, that is represented by Shyamala, and because it is gross, it is represented as she is represented as dark hued. Okay, Shyamala, and because she is the representation of Vaikhari, she resides in the Vishuddhi Chakra, in the throat. Okay? And Tripura Bhairavi resides in the Mooladhara, who is the Paravak. And then Tara in the Manipuraka Chakra, who represents Pashyanti Vak. And then Vaikhari is Matangi's place is here in the Vishuddhi Chakra. That is what the Tantras say. Of course, there are legends associated with Matangi. And Matangi is also called the Tantric Saraswati, because she is associated, she is the goddess of speech. And and there are mentions of Matangi in the Buddhist and Tantric folklore as well. And she is known as Matangasya Suta, Matangi. There is a reference to this one Matanga in Mahabharata who belonged to Chandala Kula. And he wanted to, he aspired to become a Brahmana, and he wanted to gain Brahmanatva, performed penance, and wanted to propitiate Indra and so on. And finally, he was blessed with that, and he was also blessed with a child. And the Devi himself incarnated as his daughter, and she came to be known as Matangi. And because she was born to this Matanga, who was born in the Chandala Kula, she is called Chandalika. She is called Chandalika, and in the Tantra worship, she is associated with things that are impure. Okay, she is associated, she is called, in fact, she is referred to as Uchishta Chandalika. So she is referred to as Uchishta Chandalika, and she is she likes that which is impure. Leftover food is what she likes. Okay, so she likes impure things, and through that the tantras say that one has to transcend purity and impurity and so on. There are so many so multiple implications for why she is represented and so on. So Uchishta Chandalika is another form of Matangi. In the South Indian Sri Vidya tradition, she is called Mantrini Pradhaneshi. So she is the Mantrini of Tripura Sundari or Rajarajeshwari, Lalita Parameshwari. So she is the Mantrini for her. And she is her prime counsel. Then she is always represented with a veena. She delights in playing the veena, and veena is always a representation for the spinal cord, okay, and the nadis that flow through it. And she is said to, in the she is said to activate the path of Sushumna Nadi by playing the tantri of the veena. She is said to activate the Sushumna Nadi and flush the nectar-like energy, and make the sadhaka feel the rush and delight in divine harmony. Okay? So that is what the veena in her hand represents. And then she is always found with a parrot. Okay? She always has a Leela Shuka in her hand. Jaya Leela Shukapriya. We are going to see that too. She's Shukapriya. So what does this parrot represent? Parrot is the only bird or animal that can imitate human language, right? Even though it does not have the natural faculty to talk like human beings, that is to convey ordered speech. Okay? It does not have the natural faculty within it. The parrot can be trained to talk like a human being. So why does Matangi have this in her hand? She wants to indicate that even though this, the human body and the mind, even though it is not capable of accessing information that is beyond the faculties that are available to it, even though it is not possible for this instrument to access it with the divine grace, just like how a parrot can be trained to deliver ordered human speech, the human body or the human mind, in fact, the human mind can also receive intuitions, can receive knowledge that the mind can usually not grasp, which it is not trained, which it is not made for. So this is possible for human beings, okay, and this is what is represented by the parrot in her hand. Okay, she shows that by surrendering to Matangi, it is possible for human beings to express speech in highest intuitions. So for like the divine work of Kalidasa, that ordinary, so it is not that, it was not that Kalidasa spoke. It was that he spoke under divine inspiration. The instrument which is naturally not capable of something becomes capable of it because of divine grace. So that is what the parrot in her hand represents. So these are some of the aspects of Shyamala and Matangi. Of course, I am not at all an expert. I just thought that I must refer to this deity, the particular deity who is being referred to in this verse. So I shared what I could gather. Now let us get into the text. I will take questions at the end of the class, maybe around 7:45. All right. So the first verse. Manikya veena-mupalayantim madalasam manjulavagvilasam mahendra neeladyuti komalangim matanga kanyam manasa smarami. Manikya veena-mupalayantim madalasam manjulavagvilasam mahendra neeladyuti komalangim matanga kanyam manasa smarami. Matanga kanyam manasa smarami. Matanga Kanya, so the daughter of Matanga, daughter of this Rishi mentioned in Mahabharata or probably in other folklores too. So she was born as his daughter in Chandala Kula. So I meditate upon that Matangi who was born to this Rishi. And how is she? Mahendra Neeladyuti Komalangim. So she has tender limbs. Okay. So Komalangim, Komala is tender, soft. So her limbs are very, very soft, tender, and they have the hue of this dark blue gemstone. Mahendra Neela. Yeah, Mahendra Neela is a dark blue hued, gemstone. So she has the Dyuti. Dyuti is Kanti. Dyuti is luster. So she has the luster of that. And Tadrishim Matangim Aham Manasa Smarami. So I meditate upon that Matangi in my heart. And then there are further Visheshanas. Manjula Vagvilasam. So her speech, her vag is very, very, very soft. Her Vagvilasa, the way of her speech is so nice and soft. Manjula Vagvilasam. And then she is Madalasa. Madalasam. Madena Alasa. So Madena Alasa. Alasaha or Alasa means someone who is lazy. Alasyam is laziness. Mada is intoxication. Right? So Madena Alasa means she is lazy because she is intoxicated. She is lazy because she has consumed something that is intoxicating, and because of that she has a very lazy appearance. That is what he says. So Shameta, what does this mean? It means that she is delighted in Paramananda. So here Mada refers to Supreme Ananda, and she is delighted in that Paramananda, and hence she is not in a hurry to do anything. She is completely immersed within herself, and she is exuding that Parananda. So she is Madalasa. Then Manikya Veenam Upalalayanti. So she is fondly, so cuddling. Okay, Upalalana. So, lalanam means to cuddle somebody. So what is she cuddling? So she is playing here. She is gently playing the Manikya Veena. So the Veena which is studded with Manikya gem. So the Veena that she is playing is studded with such gemstones, and the Matangi who is fondly playing the Veena and who is completely delighted in herself and who has a very, very soft speech and who is dark hued with tender limbs, that Matangi I meditate upon. Is the first Dhyana shloka that the poet says. The Dandaka has not yet started. The Dandaka starts from Jaya Janani Sudha Samudrantha Rudyan Manidvipa. That is when the Dandaka starts. Before that, we have a couple of Dhyana shlokas. Then the next verse. Chaturbhuje Chandrakala Vatamse Uchonnate Kunkumaragashone पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणहस्ते नमस्ते जगदेकमातः चतुर्भुजे चन्द्रकलावतंसे उचोन्नते कुङ्कुमरागशोणे पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणहस्ते नमस्ते जगदेकमातः हे जगदेकमातः. So the one divine mother of this entire universe, the source of this universe, oh divine mother, oh mother, namaste. My prostration, I bow down to you. And how is she? He is again giving a lot of sambodhanas here. He is addressing, he is calling her Chaturbhuje. So, oh, the one with 4 hands. Chandrakala avatamse, avatamsaha. So, avatamsaha is a crest. Okay, so she is having Chandrakala as her crest. The Chandrakala is adorning her head. Chandrakala avatamse, avatamsaha is crest. It also refers to an ornament that is worn on the ear. Okay, but here it refers to the crest that is adorning her head. Chandrakala avatamse, kuchonnate. So her breasts are full. Okay, kucha refers to her breasts, her bosom. They are unnata, they are upright, they are uplifted. So she is a very young lady. Matangi is usually described as somebody who is 16-year-old, a very, very young woman. Kuchonnata. Kunkumaraga shone. Here she is, Matangi usually wears red colored garments. So that is why here she is as red as the color of kunkuma. Kunkumaraga shone. So as red hued as the color of kunkuma. Then Pundrekshu pasha ankusha pushpabana haste. So she has all these on her hands. Pundrekshu. So Pundrekshu is ikshu is sugar cane. Okay, she has karupu will. Okay, so she has a sugarcane bow in her hand, and Pundrekshu is one particular type of sugarcane. I saw it as a red sugarcane. I don't know what it means. I have not seen it. I don't know what variety they are referring to, but it was mentioned as a particular variety of sugarcane is Pundrekshu. Then Pasha is the noose, Ankusha is the gourd, and then Pushpa Bana. Then she has Pushpa as her Bana. Okay, so this Ikshu is her Dhanuhu, and the Bana is Pushpa. Pushpa Bana haste. Namaste Jagadeka Mataha. Our prostrations to you, Divine Mother. Then Mata Marakatashyama Matangi Madashalini Kuryat Kataksham Kalyani Kadamba Vanavasini. Mata Marakatashyama Matangi Madashalini Kuryat Kataksham Kalyani Kadamba Vanavasini. So Mata Kataksham Kuryat. So may the Divine Mother glance upon us. So may her eyes look upon us, and may she bless us with her glance. Kataksha is her glance. Mata Kataksham Kuryat. So may she glance upon us and bless us. And how is this Mata? How is this mother? Marakata Shyama. So she is as dark as the Marakata emerald. Okay, so dark green hued. Then Matangi. Again, she is again intoxicated. Madashalini. So she is full of delight. She is delighting in herself, extremely delightful. She is Madashalini. Kalyani, extremely auspicious. Then Kadamba Vanavasini. So the one who loves to reside in the Kadamba forest. In the forest filled with Kadamba Vrikshas. Nipa Vriksha. Nipa is Kadamba. So again, Matangi. So one Meenakshi in Madurai is an aspect of this Matangi Devi. Yeah, because in Madurai is also famous for this Kadamba Vrikshas. I think the Sthala Vriksha in the Madurai temple is a Kadamba Vriksha, Nipa Vriksha. Kadamba Vanavasini, Matangi, Madashalini, Marakatashyama Mata, Kataksham Kuryat. Jaya Matangatanaye, Jaya Nilot Paladyute, Jaya Sangeeta Rasike, Jaya Leela Shuka Priye, Jaya Matanga Tanaye, Tanaya, daughter Suta. So Matanga Tanaya, daughter of Matanga. Jaya Nilotpaladyuti, Dyuta. So Nilotpaladyutihi, Nilotpaladyute. So the one with the blue hue of Nilotpala. Nilotpala is blue lily. So one who has the luster of blue lily. Jaya Sangeeta Rasike, the one who loves to listen to good music, one who is a Sangeeta Priya, and one who likes this parrot, Leela Shuka Priye. And then the actual Dandaka starts. Jaya Janani Sudha Samudrantarudyan Manidvipa Samrudha Bilvatavi Madhya Kalpa Druma Kalpa Kadambak Padamba Kantara Vasa Priye Kritti Vasa Priye Sarvaloka Priye. I think we can continue this in the next class, and I will take questions if there are any. First of all, let me look at the questions in the box. Oh, I'm sorry. I said 111. I'm sorry. 333. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, Mahoday. I'm raised. Jayanti Mahoday. Am I audible? I think you can unmute yourself, Jayanti Mahoday. Okay, she's not there. Ramesh Mahodaya.
Yeah, namaste, ma'am. Very interesting class. I just loved the explanation, everything. I just want to know, is the shloka which you are chanting, is it in Anushtup Chanda or something else Chanda? The first four shloka.
No. They are not in Anushtup. I don't think they are in Anushtup. Manikya, Veena, Mupalalayantim, Madalasam. There are 11 aksharas. No, Anushtup does not have 11 akshara. No. Manikya, Veena, Mupalalayantim. No, I think it looks like Indra Vajra to me. Let me confirm it in the next class. Okay. It is not Anushtup, definitely.
Okay. So towards then, can you please recite just the shlokas, these 4 shlokas?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Dhanyas.
Okay, thank you. Lata Mahoday.
Could you please share the recording of the shloka, with your chant?
Sorry?
The chanting of the shloka.
The whole Dandaka, is it?
Yes.
The whole Dandaka, I do not have a recording. I think there are multiple renditions on YouTube, but maybe when we close the class, we can do a chant. I can do a chant.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or but there are multiple recordings that are available on the YouTube, ma'am. It should be there. It's a very, very famous work. So I'm sure there are multiple renditions.
But it would be easier for us if you chanted, for each class and, for us to follow.
Okay. I can try to do that.
Yeah, so that if it gets uploaded in the in our we can listen to it.
Okay, Mahal.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Avani Mahoday.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This has been a beautiful time period, and my namaskars to you. I had 2 questions actually.
Yes.
One, I have put in the Q&A section that you started the session with a Durga shloka. I wanted to know where that is from.
Okay.
I have not heard it before.
Okay, no. So that is one of the Dhyana shlokas of Durga Saptashati. I'm not sure if it is a part of Saptashati, but I learned it from my guru when he taught me Saptashati as one of the Dhyana shlokas. So
if it is possible to share, ma'am.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you, ma'am. The second question is about the Shyamaladandakam, linking it to the first story that you started with about Mahakavi Kalidasa and how he was not very centered in his thought processes. Why did he, of all the deities, is there any reference to why out of Kali, Tara, Chinnamasta, Bagalamukhi, etc.? Why did he, when he got the intelligence, why did he link up to Matangi only in this, or Shyamala only in this, and not Bhuvaneshwari?
The straightforward answer for that would be because see, the vision that he obtained, because he was blessed with extraordinary poetic intelligence, and that has to do with speech, right? With words, with vak. That is what he was blessed with. And Matangi is the very manifestation, Shyamala is the very manifestation of that divine speech, which he was blessed with. So I think that was his vision, and I don't think he prayed to Shyamala and then this came out. I think Shyamala came to him, and that is how this came out.
That explains it. Thank you so much, ma'am. Namaskara.
Namaskar. Shubhadeep Mahodaya.
नमो नमः भगिनी श्रूयते वा?
श्रूयते महोदय।
भवती उक्तवती यत् श्री त्रिपुरा भैरवी सा परावाक् रूपिणी एवं पश्यन्ती रूपिणी भगवती तारा, वैखरी रूपिणी भगवती मातंगी।
एवमेव अहं पठितवती महोदय, एवमेव अहं पुस्तके पठितवती, तत्र निश्चयेन दोषाः भवेयुः।
न भगिनी, मम प्रश्नः तु एवं वर्तते यत् मध्यमा रूपिणी का तर्हि?
मध्यमा रूपिणी का पुस्तके अन्वेष्टव्यम्। अहं निश्चयेन पुस्तकस्य लिंक् प्रेषयिष्यामि, कृपया तत्र पश्यन्तु।
आम् आम्, अस्माकं श्रेयाय एव भवति तत्। द्वितीयः प्रश्नः एवमस्ति, तत्र णगणानां आदौ णगणद्वयं भविष्यति, अनन्तरं णगणाः कति संख्यकाः इत्युक्ते?
तत्र नियमः नास्ति, तत्र नियमः नास्ति महोदय। रगणाः तत्र नगणद्वयानन्तरं सप्तरगणाः भवन्ति चेत् तत्र कश्चन चण्डवृष्टिप्रपाताख्यः दण्डकः भवति। ततः एवमेव तत्र रगणवृद्धिः क्रमेण यदा भवति तत्र अन्याः दण्डकाः भवन्ति। तत्र एवमेव नामानि दत्तानि सन्ति, परन्तु तत्र नियमः नास्ति। तत्र एकस्मिन् पादे 19,000 तदेव तत्र नियमः अस्ति।
आम् आम् आम्, अहं श्रुतवान् तन्नियमम्। धन्यवादाः भगिनी, धन्यवादाः।
नलिनी महोदय।
Namaste Bhagini.
Namaste.
In Dhyana shloka, I didn't get what you said for Pundrakshu Pasha.
Pundrakshu. Pundrakshu. Ikshu refers to a sugar cane.
So, Amchuta enakku.
Pundrakshu.
Kope வந்து $40.
Okay.
Somebody has done.
Lata Bhagini, can you please answer? I think you are. Yes, Vani Mahoday.
Now email Amchuta. You can confirm it.
Cannot hear you.
No. Yeah. Yes.
Ikshu is saying sugar cane.
Yes. Pundrakshu is a special variety of sugar cane. It's a red sugar cane. Pasha is the noose. Yama Pasha, the one that, noose.
Okay. Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad. Then we have Padmaja Bhagini.
Namaste Mahoday.
Namaste.
Actually, we had a doubt, ma'am. In other texts, we have seen it as Madhushalini and not Madhashalini. Can you please confirm?
Patha Bhedas might be there, but I think this is the popular Patha, Madhashalini.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, one more doubt.
Yes.
Is Matangi holding a bow of sugarcane or of pushpabana?
No, bow is the sugar cane. The pushpa is like the bana.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And Mary Bhagini.
Namaste. Can you hear me?
Namaste. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much for a wonderful introductory. And could you please repeat the name of the book of Shankara Narayanam?
Yes. It is called The 10 Great Cosmic Powers by S. Shankara Narayanan, with an introduction by M.P. Pandit. The 10 Great Cosmic Powers. And it is published by Samata Publications, I think. Yes, Samata Books.
Thank you so much. I'm waiting for the next classes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hands are still raised.
Ma'am, Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Ram.
Leela Shukapriye. Meaning of that, is it somebody who enjoys the play or something like that?
No. Shuka is a parrot. Leela Shuka is her, pet parrot or So Leela Shuka is a parrot for sport. Leela is sport, so a parrot for sport, for enjoyment, for delighting. So she has a parrot in her hand. So Leela Shukapriya, the one who likes, the one who loves to hold, the Leela Shuka.
And the third and fourth shloka that you recited, are they not in Anushtup Chandas, ma'am? Can you look at that? Third and fourth?
No. I will get back to the Vrittas in the next class.
Okay.
I will look into it.
Dhanyavada. Very beautiful beginning class. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you. Dhanyavada. Any other hands raised? Balan Mahodaya.
Thank you very much for this class. I had a question. You mentioned about the 10 different forms of.
I'm sorry. Can you be a bit louder, Mahodaya? I'm not able to hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much for this class. It's a very, very wonderful. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
I have one question. You mentioned about the 10 different forms of Devi.
Yes.
In the tantric tradition, I guess.
Yes.
Is there any reference to this any of these forms in other Puranas or like Devi Bhagavatam?
I think there are. I see. As far as the South Indian tradition, Srividya tradition goes, I think there are references to these Mahavidyas in Srividya works. I am not really sure about that because I am not an initiate into the tradition. But I think there must be references. But Puranas, I am not sure. Puranas, probably the Lalitopakhyaana may have some forms. But I'm not sure if all the Mahavidyas are mentioned in the Puranas. For example, they are probably mentioned only in specific tantric texts like Chinnamasta. I'm not sure if there are Puranic references to Chinnamasta in Puranas like Brahmanda Purana or so, if that is what you are asking. But still, I am not an expert, so I don't know, maybe you can definitely look into this book. This book is an excellent manual because it is very, very beautifully written. Especially for its, the lucidity of the language, one has to read it. It is a very fine book. So you may please refer to the book.
Okay. Bhagini Puraneshu ekam Puranam vartate Devi Puranam Mahabhagavatam iti nama Gita Press dwara prakashitam vartate tasmin dashamahavidyanam tatra katha vartate Puraneshu api vartate.
Evam va. Astu Mahodaya. Dhanyavadaha. So as he says, so there is a book published by, but I'm not sure. I think when Saha Tatra Mahodayana Kim Prishtam Idichet Ashtadasha Puraneshu Ityeva Maya Tatra Evameva Tatra Tasya Prashnasya Abhiprayaha Ashtadasha Puraneshu Athava Prasiddheshu Puraneshu Etadrishanam Mahavidyanam Tatra reference Milativa Ityeva Mahodayasya Prashnasya Abhiprayaha iti Maya Avagatam. Tathapi, you may please share the thing. If it is useful, it is good. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
Ramakrishna Mahoday.
Namaste Bhagini.
Namaste.
Kali Shyamala Ekameva va?
Navagatam Mahodaya.
Kali Shyamala Ekameva va?
Kali is one aspect. Kali is one Mahavidya and Shyamala is another Mahavidya. So
both
if
are
you want,
not the same.
No, Kali is different from Shyamala. As far as the Mahavidya Upasana is concerned, Kali is worshipped as the aspect of time, and Matangi is worshipped as the Adhidevata for Vak or speech. So both are different. The Mahavidya tradition at least sees them to be different, but of course, ultimately they are all forms of the Divine Mother. That way they are the same.
Dhanyavadaha.
Uma Krishnamurti Mahoday. Uma Mahoday, Shruyate va?
Hello. Mahan Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. My long time wish, every time in the feedback and other valedictory functions, I used to type that I want to learn to chant Shyamaladandakam, because my mother, she used to chant beautifully. She is no more. So, but it is an extra bonanza for me to have the meaning itself, and that too from an ES trainer like you. It's just, I cannot express my gratitude to you. Thank you so much. Waiting for your wonderful explanation ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Very grateful. Thank you. Chitra Mahoday. Chitra Mahoday, have you already spoken? I don't know. Your hands are still raised. I request those who have.
Yes, please. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Namaste. This is Chitra here. I'm not able to see the others at all in this, like a group, I can see only your screen, and I wanted to ask you about the book only. Now somebody asked you, but you know what, it is not available. So where can I get it? Because it's
No, it is available for free download on the archive.
Acha.
Yeah.
You mean in Vyoma Labs?
No. On the Internet Archive, you just go Google. You just type the name of the book on the Google search box. You will get. The first 2 results, you should get the book.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Namaste.
Namaste. I think that is all. Tirupati Rajani Mahodaya.
Rajani Naman Shasam.
Namaste Bhagini, Rajani here. Can you tell the name of the book again, please?
The 10 Great Cosmic Powers, Dasha Mahavidyas by Shri S. Shankaranarayanan. Samata Books.
Samata Books.
Okay.
And also, I just wanted to add, I know little, but I think Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni was one of the devotees of Devi who worshipped Chinnamaska. So probably if you can find books by him, we should be able to know more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, so that is all, I think, the questions. So I think we can close now. And thank you very much for joining today. I look forward to the next class on Tuesday at the same time.
Thank you.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
Sahana Bhagini, can we close?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Bhagini. Thank you for being there. Namaste.
Namaste.